All right, today I would like to talk about your old pal. You know, you always had those pals that you used to see all the time, used to spend time, even if you're a female, a woman, you know. You always used to have those girlies that you used to be with all the time. They could catch you downtown, either in Singapore, CBD, in KLCC, downtown Brooklyn, or Piccadilly Circus, or Victoria Street in Cape Town. They could catch you outside. Literally, they could catch you outside all day, every day. And let's say you were to get into trouble, they will be your emergency contact, right? So what happened now? Now that you went up the age a little. So you were up, from your 20s, you went to your 30s, okay? From your 30s, you're now in your 40s, going on 50s, 60s. We know those childhood friends. You had the friends that you were introduced to them by life. You were never formally introduced to them. It's just like, shit, I think it's normal for me to know you. I don't remember meeting you. And that will come later in the conversation. But if I don't remember meeting you, I do not remember choosing you. Okay. What does that mean? It means that there come a day, your friends become your choice. And all of a sudden, your circle restricts. Because when you were introduced to life by someone who brought you there that you did not choose, all of a sudden, people around you were chosen for you. It's true. Damn, it's true. People around you were chosen for you. You had no say into knowing this and that person, to introduce to this and that quality of person, that history of person, that, you see, that of person. You had no choice, you had no say. You were just brought up and they were there. And the worst is you thought that that person was just annoying and it's normal. That person is not your norm, but it's normal because that was your norm until you literally grew up out of it. Fuck, you grew up out of it. And you're like, that's not the person I am. What's going on? And you may feel bad. I'm gonna be honest. You started feeling bad that you don't want to hang out, reply, see, think about that person. Because I'm nothing like this guy. I'm nothing like that chick over there, if you're a woman, I'm nothing like that chick. What's going on? And all of a sudden, you're detaching yourself. All of a sudden, the link is no longer there. You may see each other in life. The wedding season is over. So there's no more wedding right now. It's most likely second round of kids with another wife or another spouse or another husband right now. That's what the entourage is like. Because at this age, it's gone. You know what I mean? It's gone. You know what I mean? So there's not even weddings to see long time such and such. You may not see each other. That's the point. Because now if there's no wedding, I ain't gonna see nobody, baby. I ain't gonna see nobody. So now you like this or that trait that I used to tolerate, that was put upon me by a programmation of life, meaning by the meeting of the garments and the cells from your mom and your dad, and it was just put upon you, not by your choice, by theirs. Life was born upon us by someone else's choice. Yeah, I did not choose that neither. Like my name, I didn't choose my name neither, So at least I'm not called, my first name is not minuscule or my first name is not stupid. So I'm fine. That's part of my identity for the government. You know what I mean? But I did not choose that neither. Why I say maybe? Because I can change it. You can change your name, blah blah. Let's go back to what you didn't choose. Your circle. And especially what you thought was your circle. Yeah. Yeah. What you thought was your circle was not chosen by you until you started choosing it. And now you catch yourself being alone. Why? Because that's your best circle. Bro, I'm my best circle. I'm my best circle. You know? The thing is, I can do this all day. You know? Even at my age, I can do this all day. I can be with a bunch of guys and maybe it's not gonna be on the corner, but it's gonna be at someone's apartment. And we're gonna be like seven of us. What we're gonna do? Reminiscing of the past. Of what past? The shitty past, bro. The shitty past, bro. You know? The losing time past, bro. You know? The losing time past, bro. You know? That's what we're gonna reminisce. For what, bro? For what? For what? Bro, shut. Let me move out of here because there's too much noise. Those things are making too much noise. But yeah. Yeah, so how about not? How about that? How about not? How about that? Huh? How about that? Maybe I'll go downstairs, bro. Maybe I'll go downstairs. But I'll finish up here. Yeah, so that's what maybe you may find yourself a loner. You know, acorn lonely. You may find yourself a loner. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, at that age, yeah. We can have consults, you know. I take business consults, you know. I give business consults, you know. People come to me for guidance and stuff like that. All right, you know, I got you, you know. But, you know, to have a 1-1 is rare. I have a 1-1, I have another 1-1, you know. Guys, we like that because we were the same. We happen to be a match since we met and since we chose to meet. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So we got in my class, like when I was in, what is it? Maybe 9th grade equivalent. So 12 years old, you know. And depends on where you at. 12 years old. And we're still kicking it today. You know, like 30 something years later, bro. You know. But the one that I met when I was 2 years old, bro, took me a time to deprogram myself from them. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I'm like, but what? Why is this guy here? Why is this guy in my life? Why can he contact me? I'm like, oh, because I did not choose him. The program chose him. I did not choose him, bro. The program chose him, bro. Yeah, yeah. So that's why find yourself being a loner and you enjoy the company, babe. I enjoyed, bro. Like now, I have no contradictions of my thought, no stopping of my achievement. If they are achieved, it's already achieved. I don't like to say dream because I usually act on my dreams. So, but you see what I'm saying? You know, I don't want to say dream and staying daydreaming like this. You know, what time is it now? This is fucking 7 o'clock, bro. You know, oh, hope that was not too loud. So, yeah. It's not like that. It's not like that. You know, so now I find myself being cut and being mentally liberated. Mentally liberated. That's what I'm saying. Feel myself mentally liberated. You know. How do you find yourself now? Huh? Let me know in the comments. How do you find yourself? Are you mentally liberated or are you still in shackles? All right. Hit the subscribe button. Hit a like. Let me know about you. And let me go downstairs. Let me go down the stairs. I'll go to the beach now. I'll go to the beach. See you on the next one. See you on the next one. All right? What the hell, bro? What the hell, bro? Hit me up. You already know. Hit me up.